Hey, what's up YouTube? It's George Weber from Tumio Nikas here. Today I want to talk to you about the Philadelphia Regional that happened this weekend on October 8th. Um, I actually judged this regional, so I'm going to talk to you guys about some interesting rulings I found on some of the newer cards from stuff like Legendary Collection 2, and also a lot of the decks I saw. First off, around tables, top 10 tables around like 5 to probably the last one. I really saw nothing at the top tables except agents and plans. I saw one gravekeeper there. That was kind of cool. I like that. But for the most part, it was nothing but agents and plans. So those right now are still one of the top contender decks. Gravekeepers are also doing really well too. So be prepared for a lot of gravekeepers as well. They're still big. They're still out there. Look out for them. Another thing that I saw a lot of was I saw a lot of people starting to use the new Dark Lord cards, using Valhalla builds to drop the Dark Lords really fast, and then giving you boss monsters like Osmodius to deal with, and Osmo and Dias tokens, which are a pain in the ass to get over as well. I saw them more near the tables, probably 40s to 100s. I'm not sure if any of them got their invite, but I'm not too worried about it. Uh, I also saw, to my surprise actually, a lot of Crystal Beast decks. Um, you wouldn't actually expect to see Crystal Beast at the top tables, but there was one Crystal Beast guy that went undefeated up to round 6. I think he went X2. I'm not sure though, I didn't really follow him. But I know for a fact that he got his invite. I saw a lot of Crystal Beast decks, Crystal Beast Exceed decks. Um, so look out for Crystal Beasts, I guess. I mean, they're out there. Crystal Abundance is a big card. It's a win card. Um, Rainbow Dragon is a boss monster too that they have. On top of that, they have a lot of Exceed availability with the Sapphire Pegasus on top of the 21 beat sticks with Topaz Tiger, and they have the field spell that which gives them a lot of control as well, some negation power, and they're overall actually a pretty good deck that you gotta look out for. I saw one Gallus OTK there. It was doing okay. I lost track of it around round 5, so I don't really know where that guy went. A lot of heroes too. Heroes, X Sabers actually. X Sabers, there's a lot of X Sabers there too. X Sabers did pretty well as well. Um, Now I'm going to go over some rulings, just some interesting rulings I saw. First of all, the one I want to go over, the big one, is the one on Parallel World Fusion for Elemental Heroes. The card reads that you return the banished material back to the deck. Now it does not specify whether it's you or your opponent's banished material. Um, it is ruled that the banished material must be yours, since the card does not specify that you can use your opponent's banished as well. So unfortunately, I know all you hero players want to use, like the banished Earth, maybe for your Parallel World Fusion, or in the Mirror Match use their banished monsters, but unfortunately, both material have to be your own for the Fusion Summon, because it does not specify that it's your opponent's. Um, the second one that I saw really interesting that actually kind of bothered me, and I still don't agree with it, was the fact that Effect Veiler now follows Starter Strike to the graveyard. So, for example, the situation I had where I actually figured this out was player A had Stardust, and player B Effect Veiler the Stardust as he entered battle phase. Then he attacked directly with the Stardust and a few other monsters, and the player plays Mirror Force. They call me over, and I ruled that Stardust activates in Graveyard and it negates the Mirror Force and comes back. Well, that got appealed, and which was no problem for me. I went over to Paul, and to my surprise, Stardust actually activates on the field and must resolve on the field for a secondary effect to activate. You can always activate it and tribute it, but it will not do anything and the Stardust will not come back. If the Stardust is Veilered, it follows it to the grave, the Mirror Force will not be negated and all the monsters will be destroyed, and the Stardust cannot come back if it's Veilered. That that one came to my surprise actually. It was really weird. I didn't expect it, but at the same time, it's also something nice to know for future stuff like Ohio. It's just something to keep in mind, guys. Just be on the lookout for that. That you can potentially Valor or Stardust before they actually activate Stardust Effect. You can't chain it to Stardust Effect, unfortunately. That would be a little too broken. Like you can't do Torrential and then they chain Stardust Effect and you chain Valor because then it's too late. You have to Valor first, and then when they summon, do the Torrential, and if they try to negate with Stardust, they can't. So I thought that was kind of cool. Other than that, pretty basic rulings. A lot of Exceed rulings. For Crystal Beast monsters, the material on the Exceed monsters, when it's sent to the grave as material, the Crystal Beast monsters go to graveyard. They do not go to the spell and trap card zone. That is because they are not monsters and they are not cards at the time as their materials, so they just get sent to graveyard. They don't go to spell and trap card zone. Uh, I mean, it's something nice to know, a little basic, but that's about it. Other than that, it was a good regional. There was a total of around 300 players there. A bunch of my friends got their invites, which was pretty cool. Uh, it was just pretty basic regional. Nothing really happened out of the ordinary except for a few Crystal Beast players getting their invite, which I actually think is pretty sick. A lot of agents, a lot of plants. Just be on the lookout for that. It looks like it actually, from my surprise, plants were doing a lot better than agents. In the plant versus agent matchup, the plant almost always came out on top, unless Christia got dropped on turn 2 or something like that. And even then, like the plant guy still had a 50-50 chance of winning. So yeah, other than that, it was a good regional, good learning experience. Um, I will be going to Ohio. I plan on taking either my Gladiator Beasts or Elemental Heroes to Ohio. I feel like those are good meta choices for this format. There's going to be a lot of agents there, a lot of plants, and the heroes just give me a lot of options for fusion and stuff like that. A lot of boss monsters to combat Hyperion, to combat BLS, Christia, Rainbow Dragon. So yeah, I will see you guys at Ohio, and take care. Be sure to leave comments below. Tell me what you think. If you went to the Philadelphia Regionals, if you saw anything cool or interesting, feel free to tell me, and we'll talk about it. And go ahead and subscribe. I think the button is still there. If not there, or go to our channel, our Team Onegas, and go ahead and subscribe. We'll be putting up more videos coming up to the Ohio about newer rulings, so you guys can keep track. If you're going to Ohio, we'll be there. We can talk about decks, stuff like that, meta, whatever. Other than that, see you guys later.